Do you think walking is enough to keep your legs strong and healthy? Think again. While walking is essential, it's not the ultimate solution. If you really want to strengthen your legs, there's something much deeper and more powerful that will help you achieve it. Today I'm going to reveal the secret they haven't told you, an ancient practice rooted in Buddhist wisdom that has the power to transform the health of your legs. This isn't a quick fix or a common piece of advice. It's deep wisdom that goes beyond the physical. Are you ready to discover how to take that step toward real strength? Because what you're about to learn will change the way you see exercise, wellness, and true vitality. Keep reading and let yourself be amazed. Superfood #1 Spinach. Oh my dear, if only you knew how amazing spinach is. Let me tell you why this little green leaf can make your legs feel young and strong again. Spinach is a blessing from nature. Don't be fooled by its size. Inside these tiny leaves lies a powerhouse for your legs. As we age, our muscles and bones weaken. A short walk makes us feel exhausted, our knees ache, and if we don't do something, moving becomes harder and harder every day. But that's where our friend spinach comes in. The first thing it contains is iron, which is like fuel for an engine. Our muscles need oxygen to move, and iron helps the blood deliver it to them. If you lack iron, your legs feel heavy and lifeless, like carrying a sack of potatoes all day. But that's not all, my dear. Spinach is also packed with potassium, which helps muscles contract and relax properly, preventing those awful cramps that wake you up in the middle of the night. You know the ones, the kind that make you jump out of bed. And wait, there's more. Spinach is rich in magnesium, a crucial mineral that keeps your muscles working as they should. If you're lacking magnesium, you'll feel weak, fatigued, and even have leg pain. That's why so many older people complain about these issues. But listen closely, dear. Spinach also protects your bones because it's full of vitamin K. Think of it like cement that holds bricks together. Without it, bones become fragile and can break easily over time. Now you may ask, Grandma, how much spinach should I eat? Just 100 grams a day will give your body all the strength it needs. And here's a little trick. If you cook it slightly, your body absorbs its nutrients even better. So don't eat it raw all the time, okay? Try sautéing it with garlic and olive oil. Delicious. So now you know, my dear, don't underestimate this little green leaf. Add it to your meals and your legs will thank you. But listen carefully, there are still 2 more powerful foods that will help you. Superfood #2 Eggs. Oh, my dear, if only you knew all the wonders a simple egg can do for your body, you'd never look at it the same way again. Eggs are one of nature's greatest gifts, especially for our legs. As we age, our muscles start losing strength. If we don't take care of them, we become weak and fragile. But this is where eggs come to the rescue. Eggs contain the best protein in existence. Protein is like the bricks of a house. Without it, your muscles can't build or repair themselves. And eggs contain all the essential amino acids that your body can't produce on its own. That means every time you eat an egg, you're giving your muscles exactly what they need to stay strong and firm. But wait, dear, there's more. Did you know eggs also strengthen your bones? Yes, just like that. Eggs are packed with vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium properly. If your bones are strong, you won't be stumbling around like a feather in the wind. And here's another little secret many don't know. Eggs contain choline, a nutrient that helps your muscles and brain communicate better. Imagine choline as the wire that connects a TV to electricity. Without it, the signals don't reach properly, and your legs feel clumsy and uncoordinated. Now, I know some people say eggs are bad because of cholesterol and other nonsense, but let me tell you something. If you eat 1 or 2 eggs a day, you have nothing to worry about. In fact, your body will thank you for it. And here's a tip to get the most out of eggs: eat them with leafy greens or whole grains. This combination helps your body absorb all their nutrients better. So, my dear, don't be afraid of eggs. They are a powerful, affordable, and easy-to-prepare food. Have them scrambled, as an omelette with spinach, or boiled, whatever you like. Your legs will be stronger with every step you take. Now pay attention, because the third food I'm about to tell you about is truly a miracle for your joints. Superfood #3 Salmon. Oh, my dear, if only you knew how incredible salmon is for your legs, you wouldn't hesitate for a second to add it to your diet. This little fish is not only delicious, but it's also a true elixir for your bones and muscles. As we get older, our joints start feeling stiff, like an old door that creaks with every movement. The pain, the discomfort, ugh! But this is where salmon works its magic. Salmon is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are like oil for a rusty door. They reduce inflammation in your joints, making them more flexible and pain-free. So, dear, if your knees, ankles or hips ache, omega-3 in salmon can help you move more easily and comfortably. And guess what? Omega-3 also protects your muscles from aging, keeping them strong and resistant over time. So, my dear, don't wait. Add these 3 powerful foods to your diet and you'll see how your legs will feel lighter, stronger and full of energy again. And remember the mistake I mentioned earlier. Many people think they're eating well, but they ignore these key nutrients. Without iron, protein, vitamin D, omega-3 and essential minerals, their legs will always feel weak and tired, no matter how much they walk. But that's not all, my dear. Salmon is also an incredible source of protein, and you already know what I told you before. Without protein, muscles weaken. With every bite of salmon, you give your legs what they need to stay strong and full of energy. And wait, there's more. Salmon also contains vitamin D, which helps calcium bind to your bones, preventing them from becoming fragile and keeping you from being taken out of action by a simple slip. Now, I know that salmon isn't always cheap, and sometimes the budget doesn't allow for luxuries, but don't worry, my dear, there are alternatives. Sardines and anchovies also contain omega-3, protein and vitamin D, and they're much more affordable. So if salmon isn't on your shopping list, some good canned sardines can do the same job. Just make sure, dear, that they're canned in water or olive oil, not in those versions full of salt that do us no favours. And here's a little trick. If you combine salmon with a bit of black pepper or olive oil, your body will absorb its nutrients even better. So next time you cook this fish, add a touch of these ingredients, and you'll notice the difference. Beware of what's weakening your legs. Oh, my dear, isn't it wonderful to know that with just 3 foods, we can do so much for our legs? But be careful, because some things might be secretly weakening them. Listen closely. If you avoid these, your body will thank you. Problem #1, a sedentary lifestyle. Oh, my dear, how many hours do you spend sitting without moving? I know that sometimes we feel lazy, the couch is comfortable, and the TV is too entertaining, but the body isn't made to stay still. When we don't use our muscles, they weaken little by little until one day we struggle just to get up from a chair. That's why, dear, it's so important to move, even just a little. You don't need to go to the gym or run marathons. Just walk, take the stairs, or do some simple exercises at home. The key is not to stay still for too long. Problem #2, dehydration. Oh, my dear, if only you knew how many people suffer from cramps, fatigue, and leg pain just because they don't drink enough water. Think of your body like a little plant. If you don't give it water, it wilts. When we don't drink enough water, our muscles don't function properly, and that's when the cramps and exhaustion start. So, my dear, make it a habit to drink water throughout the day. Don't wait until you're thirsty, because by the time thirst arrives, your body is already dehydrated. Problem #3, lack of sleep. Oh dear, sleeping well isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. During the night, your body repairs muscles and strengthens bones. If you don't sleep enough, you'll wake up tired with heavy legs, and each day it will become harder to move. So, my dear, do yourself a favour. Get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. You'll wake up feeling stronger and more energetic. Simple exercises to strengthen your legs. Now, dear, you know what to eat and what to avoid to keep your legs strong. But listen carefully. If you really want to maintain strong legs, you have to move them. Eating well isn't enough because muscles need work to stay firm. Think of your body as a windmill, dear. If the wind doesn't move it, it stays still, rusts, and stops working. The same thing happens to your legs. But don't worry, my dear. I'm not sending you to the gym or making you lift heavy weights like those young men. No. To strengthen your legs, you don't need to do extreme exercises or suffer through complicated routines. All you need is consistency, just a few minutes a day, and the desire to feel better. I'm going to teach you some very simple exercises that you can do at home without any special equipment. And the best part, dear, they will help you walk with more confidence, prevent falls, and feel more energetic. Because, my dear, the last thing we want is to sit around all day, letting our bodies weaken little by little. 1. Assisted squats. Oh dear, don't be scared by the name. I'm not asking you to do difficult exercises. All you need is a chair. Sit down, stand up slowly without using your hands. Repeat. Seems easy, right? But this simple movement strengthens your thighs and glutes, the muscles that help us stand up easily. Try doing 10 repetitions in the morning, taking your time, and if you feel like you can do more, gradually increase the number. I promise you, dear, that over time you'll notice that you get out of bed, chairs, and even the couch with no effort. 2 heel raises. This one is super easy, dear. Stand up, hold onto a table or wall for balance, and lift your heels until you're on your tiptoes. Hold for a few seconds, lower slowly. What is this for, my dear? It's to strengthen your calf muscles, the ones that give you balance and help you walk without tripping. If you struggle to stay steady while standing or feel like you lack stability, this exercise is wonderful. Do it 10 times in the morning and 10 times in the evening. It won't even take a minute. Over time, you'll feel your legs becoming more stable. Walking on tiptoes. This exercise is so simple that you can do it while brushing your teeth, washing dishes, or waiting for your soup to heat up. Just walk slowly on your tiptoes for a few seconds, then rest. It might seem silly, my dear, but it's not. This movement strengthens your feet and calves and helps improve balance. Sometimes, without realizing it, we lose the ability to stay steady on our feet, and that's when stumbles and falls begin. But if you do this every day, in just a few weeks, you'll feel more confident when walking, and even climbing stairs will feel easier. Leg stretches for flexibility. Oh dear, something that should never be missing from our routine is stretching. After exercising or walking a lot, your muscles need a break. Stretching them well prevents stiffness. One of the best stretches is the hamstring stretch, that muscle behind your thighs. Just stand up straight. Place one leg forward. Try to touch your toes with your hand without bending your knee. Hold for a few seconds, then switch legs. This simple movement prevents stiffness and pain. Oh, my dear, if you've ever felt your legs as stiff as broomsticks after a long walk, it's because you're not stretching properly. Another great stretch is lying down, bringing one knee to your chest, then switching legs. You'll feel instant relief in your hips and lower back. Just 10 minutes a day can change everything. Oh, my dear, you have no idea how much these exercises can help if you do them every day. You don't need to spend hours sweating or do difficult workouts. Just 10 minutes in the morning or evening, whatever suits you best. Think of it this way, dear. If you move your legs a little every day, you're investing in your future. You're ensuring that years from now, you can still walk without a cane, without help, without fear of falling. And don't tell me you don't have time, my dear. If you have time to watch TV, scroll through your phone, or sit and daydream, then you have time to take care of yourself. So tell me, dear, which exercise will you try first? Squats, heel raises, maybe walking on tiptoes. The important thing is to start, my dear. Make this a habit, and your legs will thank you. Because remember, dear, when you take care of your legs, you're taking care of your independence, your freedom, and your quality of life. A special message for you. Oh, my dear, if there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's this. Our legs are much more than just body parts that move us around. They are our independence, they are our freedom. They are what allow us to run after our grandchildren in the park, go out and enjoy the sun, shop at the market without depending on anyone, take a walk around the neighborhood, and feel the breeze on our faces. But, my dear, I tell you this because so often we take all of this for granted. We walk without thinking, we go up and down stairs without realizing their importance, we wake up every morning and go about our day as if it's the most normal thing in the world. And of course, that's how it should be. But what happens when one day you realize that climbing a single step is harder than before? Or when you stand up from a chair and feel your legs as heavy as if you were carrying a sack of stones? That's when we realize that little by little we've lost strength, and with it our freedom. And then, my dear, fear sets in. Fear of falling, fear of not being able to walk without help, fear of becoming a burden to our loved ones. But listen to me carefully, dear, because this is very important. It's never too late to start taking care of your legs. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you've been feeling weak for years. It doesn't matter if moving has become difficult. As long as you're breathing, you have the opportunity to improve. And the best part, you don't need to spend a fortune. You don't need to make impossible sacrifices. You don't need to undergo complicated treatments. Everything you need is already in your daily habits, in your plate, in your daily choices. Think about this, dear. Every step you take is a gift. Don't let age take it away from you before it's time. Take care of your body like you would a good friend. Feed it well, move it, give it rest when needed, because just like a machine needs maintenance to keep running, your body does too. And if you take care of it, it will reward you by letting you keep walking strong and steady for years to come. Small changes, big results. I know, dear, change can be hard. We get used to certain habits, certain foods, certain lifestyles, and we think it's too difficult to do things differently. But tell me, dear, what's harder? Making small changes now or regretting it later when your body can no longer respond? Because let me tell you something, my dear, every small change counts. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't have to eat spinach daily if you don't like it. You don't have to train like an athlete. What matters is simply beginning. Today, add more vegetables to your plate, and tomorrow stand up from your chair a few extra times. The next day, take a slightly longer walk. Before you know it, you'll feel the difference. Stronger, lighter, more energetic. And if ever you think, "Oh, it's too late, my legs are weak, there's nothing I can do," erase that thought, my dear, because as long as you're alive, you have the power to improve. Your body is wise, and if you nourish it well, and if you move it, if you take care of it, it will reward you with more years of strength, independence, and freedom. So tell me, dear, what will you do for your legs today? Will you add some greens to your plate? Make yourself a nourishing breakfast? Try a few squats? It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you begin with love for your body, because we only have one, and it deserves to be cared for. And remember, my dear, this isn't just for you. Share this message with your loved ones, those who also want to keep moving, pain-free and strong. Because at the end of the day, the greatest gift is to enjoy life without limits, without fear, without barriers. So tell me, dear, which step will you take first? I'll be right here cheering you on, knowing that today you've taken one more step toward a better, stronger you. Until next time, dear friends.